races for the Super Stocks. And this one is the number 68, Billy the Kid Simpkins. And we go yellow.
Yeah. Because we didn't do the starting lineup. You want the starting lineup?
I would. Do you
Well,
have it
how
handy?
about I give it to you? How about that?
Did you take a picture for them?
No, I didn't, but I just know everyone by heart. The 68J machine, that is driven by Billy Simpkins, of course. The 3AC, Levi Kiefer, I believe.
Okay.
Then we have the number 7B of Johnny Bedingfield. The 72, you have no idea who that is, do you?
No, Lee Jensen, Brady Bell, and then the 66, the Bullfrog.
Jeremiah Van Scoy.
We go racing. So Kiefer out front in this one. Good battle for third. Actually, good battle from third on back. He raced number 1 for the Super Stocks. Contact. Bedingfield gets into Simpkins, rips apart half the nose piece. We go yellow. Van Scoy taking a break. Restart lap number 1. Bedingfield off the track, one and done in every race here tonight. So if you cause a caution, one spin and you're done. Out front, Levi Kiefer. But a great battle for third, Van Scoy and Bell. Though Jensen is closing into Kiefer. Simpkins smoking. I don't know if that's complications from the contact or it is coming out of, it looks like to be the exhaust area. Kiefer and Jensen. What was that thing? Battling it out for the lead here on lap number 4. Bitty lap 5 when they cross the line in this first heat race for the Super Stocks.
Question is, can Lee Jensen catch him? Kiefer with a good run going.
You know, Jeffrey, lately, these Super Stocks have been putting on the best of the weekends.
Oh, yeah, and you know what's funny? Is that they generally have the smaller car counts, but this division goes to show with the right drivers, it doesn't matter how many cars you have on track.
Oh, no. White flag is out for Kiefer. Van Scoy closing in that number 66 machine.
Not going to get there, though. Jensen, though, going to try and mount one last challenge. It's not going to happen. Kiefer out of turn number 4 is going to take the heat race. Welcome to Saturday. For the Super Stocks, Tim Randolph and Anthony Pombo. Pombo doing double duty this weekend. So he's going to have a lot of driving, a lot of laps on this small Bakersfield Speedway track. Contact. And they get it going. 14 is Lonnie Welch. The number 5 machine, Daryl Hughes. I believe we saw that car here last year without a motor in it. The 88, that's Jeff Johnson. The M11 machine, I believe, is Clay Daly. 6 cars racing it out. The first heat race had a lot of carnage. A couple, or not very many of those cars finishing the race. And I believe Daryl Hughes is also, is Daryl Hughes doing double duty?
I believe so. Number 5 machine, Daryl Hughes.
I think he's in an IMSA modified this weekend, so.
28.
That's right. Well, Tim Randolph comfortably in the lead. Lonnie Welch comfortably in second. The battles for third. Pombo, Daly, and Hughes all going at it right now.
Daly with, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say Daly had it, but Pombo back to the inside, trying to take it back.
Daly has been hopping in this car and doing very well in it. In fact, the most memorable race of the year for these cars, Santa Maria Speedway, when Lonnie Welch and Clay Daly had a photo finish, a dogfight all race long with the number 1N machine that I don't even know. Oh, you know what?
What?
Sorry, it was just the number 1 machine who isn't even here today. Nice number 88, Jeff Johnson.
I don't think that car's for sale. I think he's advertising to sell.
You know, and they gave him a mechanical black flag as soon as he rolled on track, so he's having some issues, it seems like, today. Tim Randolph down the back straightaway, the number 04 machine, going to collect the checkered flag in this heat race for the Super Streets. What I was going to say is Gary Dutton in the 1 machine, Lonnie Welch and Clay Daly, the most memorable race for these cars at Santa Maria Speedway. Photo finish, dogfight all race long. Up next, another heat race.
Jeff Johnson.
Heat race for the Supers.
Uh-oh. Nope. No! I can't take.
What an interruption. Well, let's go through the starting lineup then. The number 97 on the outside of front row, that is Brian Shepard. Next to Brian Shepard is the number 11 machine. Is that the 11W?
It would be.
Marshall Weaver. The 07 machine, that is Clint Boyer.
Yep.
You know, you recognize that car. It was the one that was upside down and on fire at Daytona in 2009.
And this is how it looks like now because of that wreck.
All joking aside, that's Robert Diaz. On his outside, the K9 machine, Mike Lurwill. The 37 machine, Chad Weber. And rounding out the field, the 78S of Gary Dutton. So it's not a Schweitzer. We go green.
See, these heat races are full of surprises. Oh, yeah.
So Brian Shepard out front in this one. Dutton trying to work through the inside groove, trying to catch up through time. Only able to get by 1 car. Diaz in the 07 machine trying to get some grip out here in that Clint Boyer lookalike. And out front, Brian Shepard loving what he's seeing in his rearview mirror. Look at what he gets to see. All these cars going wild, including the K9 of Lurwill. And we might see a caution if he can't get it fired up, and yellow is out here on lap number 2 of the Superstock heat race.
Restart lap number 2. Shepard into turn number 1.
So, looking back at history, Brian Shepard, he was one of the most memorable Superstocks that we've seen due to the fact that he was pulling off the track one night here at Bakersfield Speedway.
Yes, he was.
And nosed it straight into the exit wall.
Something he probably hopes no one remembers, and here we are talking about it on DVD.
And the wildest part of all that was...
Actually, no, we're talking about this on YouTube, aren't we?
We are.
The internet's forever, kids.
And the wildest part about that was he earned his wings that night. Because the front nose piece, how they kind of flare out a little bit, went vertical, and it just looked hilarious. But Brian Shepard is laughing at his rearview mirror because look at that gap he's got over Dutton in that 78S. Your driver in 2nd spot, Marshall Weaver in the 3rd spot, and Chad Weber in the 37, rounding out the field of cars left on the track. Now remember, 1 and done for all the heats and consolations, I believe. For everybody tonight. 1 and done. So if you bring out a caution, you go off the track, and that's what happened to the K9 of Lurwill. Out of her 3rd. All while Brian Shepard collected the white flag. And out of turn number 4, the 97. Kenny's Automotive, Brian Shepard wins the heat race. That'll be Dutton, Weber, and the 11 of Weaver.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first heat race for the IMCA Modifieds tonight. They had their first go at it last night
how many cars here tonight, Jeffrey?
45 are listed
man.
here, and it's gonna be insane. Pure and simply.
Brett.
Green flag. Yeah, Brett Bennett leading us away. Green flag in the air. The number 09 to his outside. Mitch Enos.
Chadwick in the 83 machine.
Mitch on his bumper. And Chadwick taking the lead.
Planned that one.
Crump. These guys are pitted next to each other.
Crump and Chadwick planned that one perfectly, but
in trouble over in turns 3 and 4. The V8 machine of J.D. Wilson spinning it out. He continues on. He will not have to park it. After this, it looked like Mitch almost got into the wall. And the 5 around in front of the field.
Crump in the wall as well.
It's been a wild one here all weekend at the Bakersfield Speedway. 24 Roger Holder now second. The 11X machine, a car that did not have a good run yesterday. Ricky Childress Jr. 2H is Bobby Hogue. He also struggled in this. And then 2H, though,
he was a B-main bomber last night.
Then the number 8 car, Chris McKellar. 07 Thornell, and that is everyone who's in this race. And I believe we are going to have I don't know how we wouldn't, but I would expect to see Maine. Hogue looking for second right now, takes it from Holder. Holder was another one who struggled yesterday.
Yes. A lot of big-time guys struggling.
Calm down here. J.D. Wilson, V8, and he was giving us the history of that body earlier.
Yeah, Jeffrey. He literally said that the sport mod that this car regularly is couldn't run in the sport mods, so he just grabbed every piece of aluminum he had left around the shop and pieced this one together.
Out of turn number 4, the 83. Kellen Chadwick off to another good start tonight.
Absolutely.
Hogue and Holder, your top 3. And Eno spinning it out. So that's not going to set him up for a good start. Means that 09 machine is probably going to see a lot of action in the B main.
He raced number 2 for the IMCA Modified Bud Nationals Bakersfield Speedway. On the pole in this one, the X3, that is Sean Reed. On his outside, the number 19, J.J. McClay. The 15B, Brad Pounds. The 7D, that would be driven by, where did the name go? Anyways.
Giovanni.
No, that is Nick DiCarlo, Jeffrey. But I don't even see, that goes, I love how many, we have 45 modifieds here tonight.
We do. Who are you looking for?
No, we're good. I just look up, if I could show everybody in the audience, the 7. Look at it. Here's our sheet tonight. Wow. The 29 Scott Gatson, the number 10 machine, that is driven by Eric Van Hoser. The 55 Dalen Coffey, Logan Drake in the 111 machine. And rounding out this heat race field, the number 2, Larry Hood.
Yeah, I talked about Hogue struggling, obviously, who won the main event last night. Hood, however, not a good night for him.
No, he DNF'd in the main event last night.
And speaking of guys DNFing, Brad Pounds had a huge hit last night.
Yeah. A car pulling off the track, and Brad Pounds didn't get along very well, sending Pounds being towed off the track. So, once again, modifieds here at the Bakersfield Speedway were action-packed here last night, and we're just getting started with them tonight. Brad Pounds moving into the lead around Sean Reed. Nick DiCarlo in the 7D machine in 3rd spot.
See, tonight, what's nice about a 2-day show, when you have 2 full-blown main events, B-mains, all that, is that if you didn't make the A last time or something happened in it, this is your second chance. Redemption.
Larry Hood starting dead last in this one, up to the 4th spot now, battling Dalen Coffey and Nick DiCarlo. 3 wide action for 3rd. Logan Drake in that 111 machine, who we regularly see at Santa Maria Speedway, or where we've seen him race lately. Hood moving up into the 3rd spot. DeCarlo slipping back in that 7D machine. Dalen Coffey, another car that was very well last night and proving it again. It's looking good tonight.
Yeah, Coffey, his car was torn up as well.
Hood battling now for spot number 2. White flag out for your leader, Brad Pounds. Across the line he goes. And a fireworks show. Well, your champion of 2013 here in the Modifieds, winning the heat race. Tonight, Brad Pounds taking the checkered flag. Hood will come home second, and a wild battle here at the end as Reed beating Coffey.
It ain't done yet.
And who's it going to be at the line? Jay McClay beating out the number 10.
Now, if I had to guess,
Van Hoser.
just based on this heat race, it's going to be a very dusty night.
Oh boy.
Another IMCA modified, I believe, 3rd heat race.
I believe so.
I'm already losing track of it.
I know. It's Mike Mosier, track announcer here at Bakersfield Speedway, said the number 400 plus racing laps tonight here at the Bakersfield Speedway. So yeah, we're going to lose track plenty of time.
69S, that's James Stowe starting on the pole. Jay Marks in the 97. Clay Daly, after saying that car had too much e-melting damage.
You're a liar.
Called it. The number 4, Joey Yantis. The 77, Kenny Kirkpatrick. The 22C, Michael Johnson. The 2 of Danny Lauer. The 16 of Griffin. The 07 of Troy Morris, who was not here yesterday. And the 15E, driven by Phil Eberson. 45 cars, man. Uh-oh, Stowe. His car's not turning. He gets into the wall. Eberson spins it out.
Eberson's got the worst end of that.
Yeah, that's got to be a very helpless feeling. When you're turning it as hard as you can, it won't turn. Jay Marks, early leader, lap number 1. 2nd place, Clay Daly. Yantis, Johnson battle for 5th here between the 16 of Billy Griffin and the 77 of Kenny Kirkpatrick. Lauer moving in on that mix. They had a lot to fix on the 2 car as well. You're probably going to hear me say that a lot tonight. Hey, that car looks like a race car again.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of cars starting to do things, the 69S is starting to lose its door.
Yes, it is. It's peeling. Big dog crap.
Can opener. Michael Johnson to the inside of Yantis, battle for 3rd. Griffin on the bumper. Should mention the number 90 of Freddie Davis, I believe, was supposed to start this race, but he's currently parked in the infield.
Look at the lead Jay Marks has.
Yeah, and of course it's the 97 over the 96.
Yeah.
Other than that, all the cars that started the race continuing. Eberson is just ahead of the leader after spinning out. Griffin down to the inside of Yantis for the 4th spot. Looking again, white flag out for Jay Marks. Daly and Johnson, your top 3. And this is a big battle down the back straightaway as Jay Marks comes out of turn number 4. Griffin's going to take the spot from Joey Yantis. Marks wins the heat race, but who is going to get the 4th spot? They're battling for it. Yantis takes it back out of 4 and grabs it.
That was a good one here.
Looked like James Stone, the 69S, had an issue in turn 3. But he was able to not lose any more positions. More heat races to come.
Modifieds, Robbie Whitwer in the 22 machine will lead him away to his outside. Kyle Heckman. We go green. 21J machine that is driven by Justin Crockett. The 28H, that is Daryl Hughes. The 26M, Chet Reeves. The 5L, Cody Laney. The 4 of, hang on a second.
Right to the wall goes Chet Reeves.
Oh, I I looked down and I made him crash.
It's been a struggle this weekend for that 26. Ooh, and there goes the tire. This will bring out a yellow. Freddie Davis spins it out.
And first yellow. Now I'm trying to figure out which 4 this is, because last night there was
This
X.
is the 4X.
Well, then that would be driven by
Eric Manning.
It is.
And I gotta say, Manning drove his butt off last night
and crashed pretty hard.
And then, I mean, he took things out, man.
And then worked all day and night to get that 4X machine back on track, which there it is. Cody Laney in the 5L, the 20 of Cody Burke. And then, of course, the number 90, that is driven by
Freddie Davis.
Fast Freddie Davis. Restart lap number 1. Heckman will lead him away. Flagman at the ready. Green flag.
Bobby Whitwer in that 22 machine. We talked to them in the pits earlier. They said water was gushing.
Head gasket. They had to replace that. And he's back racing here. Battle for the 4th spot. 3 wide battle for the 4th spot.
And Freddie Davis.
He did another innocent spin on that 90 machine. Battle up front. Heckman staying down low. Here comes Hughes to the outside. Battle for the lead here on lap number 3. Gerald Hughes doing double duty tonight in the Super Stocks and right now in the IMCA Modifieds, the A Modifieds. Still a great battle for the lead. Laney getting by Crockett. Manning trying to hold off Burke and Whitwer.
There's a lot of good battles on this track during this heat race right now.
And the crowd's still coming into this Bakersfield Speedway. Great crowd on hand for the Budweiser Nationals.
I wouldn't be surprised if cars are still coming in for this race.
Oh, without a doubt. The problem is there is no place to pit anywhere. You're gonna have to do it out of somebody. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it out of someone's driveway now.
Yeah, Freddie Davis, lap traffic for your leaders.
Battle for 3rd. Laney and Crockett once again battling it out. Chet Reeves hitting the tires. All is well until the wheel falls off.
Usually.
White flag this time by for Hughes trying to get around Freddie Davis.
This battle's raging on over here.
Chet Reeves.
And I was really going to talk about this one. Contact into turn number 1.
Justin Crockett, the 21 machine. Trying everything he can to get that spot back. A little bit more contact. Hughes coming across the line. Heckman in second. Who's it going to be? Crockett muzzling his way around Laney. Burke, Whitwer, Manning, and then Chet Reeves.
Getting ready for the first heat race of the late models here at the Budweiser Nationals Bakersfield Speedway. Green flag in the air. The number 2, Trevor Glaser, leading us into turn number 1. And the 24 right up to the wall. The 24 of Wyatt. The 11X Drake, the number 21 machine. Crockett. 17 Childress, 53 Laney. And rounding out the field, the 42 machine who had the most exciting pace laps I've ever seen, Mike Measle.
Why was that exciting, Jeffrey? Was he just trying to do backflips?
It was pretty much doing backflips, actually. I don't think he had a try. Also spun out in qualifying, so it's been very eventful for that 42. I'm sure they're looking to turn around their luck this weekend here in the late models.
Fast time qualifier last night. Cody Laney getting around Larry Childress, who that car just pushed up in the center of 3 and 4. And this car looking good here this week in the number 2 of Glaser. It's hard because we read one sheet and it has 2 S's. We read another's and it's got 1 S.
Well, that's why it's always better to just ask the guy himself.
And we did.
And you didn't even, it's like you didn't even care. Maybe you should have, you know what? He probably pronounces his own name wrong.
Oh, contact down the front straightaway.
Yes, that's a joke. As Tommy said, contact between Laney and Crockett. There's probably going to be a lot of contact tonight. Late models generally not known for slamming into each other.
I like how that big slam was really a donut. Got all the extent of damage. Steve Drake, though, slowly closing in, but the white flag is out. Lasser. No, I'm going to be calling him that all night. Correct.
Turn number 4. Tommy, you want to bring him home?
Yes, Glasser! Trevor Glaser taking the checkered flags. Right behind Steve Drake, Rick Wyatt, Laney, Crockett, Childress. And I'm locking down the camera. Good. All right. This heat race for the late models has the number 1 of Colin Weinbarger to his outside. Actually, they were going to try 3 wide start. 10N Rob Sanders. Tommy Malcolm in the 75, Dino Napier in the 5X machine, Jimbo Clark in the number 3, and rounding out the field is the 21, Chris Barnett. We are racing. A bit of contact up front for the lead. Sanders to the high side. Weinbarger on the inside in the Superman car. We got the Sandman and the Superman battling in Bakersfield. The superhero.
And here comes the dinosaur. I'm sorry, I had to do something.
Hey, that was good, because I have nothing for Malcolm until he gets in the middle. Lap 3 has Sanders leading over Weinbarger. And here comes Malcolm on the high side, battling it out with his teammate, passing his teammate on the high side. Napier. Field spread out, everybody single file.
You know, we saw the number 21.
Yes, at the Speedway Market.
Yeah, we did.
He was driving a quad. I told him, don't go too crazy, not on 3 wheels, like the late model. So he ran me over. No, but
that's what you get.
Chris Barnett, very cool guy, giving us a lot of props, and we appreciate that.
So I'm going to give him props. He just did a nice pass on Jimbo.
He did, and that's a good looking car. I wonder if that's new for this race only, because that thing is looking shiny. But out of turn 4, the Sandman, Rob Sanders of the 10N, winning the heat race over Weinbarger, Malcolm Napier, Barnett, and Clark.
Ron Bartel's getting ready for heat races in the late models tonight. Dean Moore on his outside in the 14M, and they ended up breaking a control arm yesterday.
Yeah, that's what sent him into the wall. Or that's what broke after hitting the wall. Either one, he hit the wall.
Oddly enough, usually someone gets into the wall and then that happens. For him, it went reverse order. Then we have the number 18 machine of Cody Barnett, the 77 of Bill Bartels, and the 22G of Paul Guglielmone.
Now, you probably already said this, and I never pay attention to you, but did you announce the 21 or 27 of Nick Bartels?
He snuck right by me, didn't he?
He did. He's battling his teammate right now.
Bartels have half the field.
Yeah, they do.
Check that out. And right now they're running 1-2.
Guglielmone in the 22 machine battling out with Wild Bill Bartels.
You would know they share the same last name. They are racing hard for the lead right now. That's Ron and Nick. Also battle now brewing for third between Moore and the 18 machine of Barnett. Side by side for the lead, halfway in this heat race. Wild Bill in that 77 machine, he had issues yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Not sure what happened, he just kind of parked in the infield.
He's getting too wild.
Then we would have to park every day.
Nick Bartels going into the lead around Ron Bartels. 2 of those gentlemen we saw at Hotel Rosedale yesterday, or last night.
Yeah, as they were checking in.
Hey, we're checking in, and we got our checked in too. You know what's funny about our room last night? We got the Lovebird suite. I don't know why or how. I made a reservation like 2 weeks before, and they surprised us with, well, you get the room with a spa. And I'm thinking, great, Jeffrey.
I've never seen a room that had a spa / big bathtub, a toilet, and a king-size bed all in one.
I mean, that would have been perfect with my girlfriend or his girlfriend, but here we go.
Especially the toilet. That was the nicest part. Checkered flag to Nick Bartels in that 27 machine. And that is the third of 4 heat races. One more heat to go, and that will be the final heat of the Budweiser Nationals 2013. Getting ready for the final heat race. Now, I found it interesting because I noticed that the announcers just said this is 2 of 2, but I know we've already done. You know what? I could be wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. You know what? I don't. But that's because we're low budget TV, and we love to not know what we're doing. You dig me? You dig me. Getting ready for the third heat race, if I'm correct, which would make, we have a couple more to go. Carl Laney in the 96 machine, Mike Kirby in the 5K. 13 is Breakall, the 1 is Pounds. And you got the 00, driven by McIntyre. And rounding out this field, the 14. Like I said, we're doing double duty tonight. Anthony Pombo. Boy. A little bit of damage to the 00. These late models are very revealing when they do bump into something. Nick in the wall is the 00, so hey, it's always intense when you're on a dirt track. Look at Breakall right up against the wall, almost into the number 96 of Carlo Laney. Holds on to it though. But your current leader in the 5K, Mike Kirby, being chased down by the 1P of Brad Pounds. Breakall on the outside now of Laney. Battle for third. Noticing Pounds close in on Kirby. Right there. Trying to get both battles on track here. Ooh, that 00 right up against the wall. McIntyre. Good old 00 machine. My favorite number. We'll see if the 1P of Brad Pounds has anything left in its tank. 2 laps to go, this time by Mike Kirby in that 5K. Heavy competitor here. Pounds looking for a bit of redemption after last night. I believe he pulled off after the car lit up in smoke. Not quite sure what ended up being the final issue there, but back here competing hard. As the white flag flying, looks like it's going to be all about the 5K of Mike Kirby out of turn number 4. Victor. Uh-oh, McIntyre, he's going to hold on to it. The question is, yes, he's going to beat Pombo back to the line. This just sets everything up. Things are going to go crazy here.